Good morning, friends. This is Jeff Arcos. Welcome again to the daily webinar. Today we are the 3rd of June 2019. Remind you this webinar is not meant to be a financial advice to anyone. This is only an education presentation. Please consider term and condition before you continue. Same with the recording. So thank God for another day into my life and another week. And we pray His blessings to that in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, good morning, everyone. So as start a new week, normally Monday morning is not really. Always try to be cautious until tonight, and maybe better until tomorrow when everything moves. But at the moment, we don't have many trades as we're dragging a lot of pips from last week. Where is the other report? And yeah, it's just gonna be trying to get as much as I can from this. Is a 900 pips dragging through that list. So last week we have quite a few losses, but I didn't want to. If I could have closed those trades, maybe I would have get 900 minus the 600. We ended up there, but I thought I got some kind of nice weeks, 4 weeks there. So I said let week number 5 just collapse, and so if we get some pips, maybe there already are some guarantee like the euro yen. US yen, pound yen, that we can actually get some pips through the beginning of June, and that's how I look at over there. So overall, May was quite nice month compared to April. April was not very gentle. We did have very small 200 pips, 500, 45, 24. So we did ended up with that. Okay, so May was quite good things running. All right, so on the news sides, we got 11:45 the channels with the manufacturing PMI. Previous and forecast don't change. So then after that, manufacturing PMI for the US, same. They are nearly in the same, and we'll see what happened with that. The dollar has an interesting week. On the weekly, we got two. That's mean that is a lot of controversy in the weekly thing. Now, before we go to the weekly, we are at the beginning of the month, and I would like to actually, I forgot to send you the monthly thingy, and this is the month of June. Let me see, and then if I have here, that's the daily, that's the daily, that's the recall. I'm just gonna try to put here because I would like to see. Um, I don't know whether this is gonna affect in there. I better go to a new page. That will be better. Okay. So that's June. That's the monthly, and I better do the other way around. Oh, yeah, that's better. So that's how we uh, start with June. So we got quite big numbers, the yen and all. Actually, I forgot to put here maybe the month. Anyway, so if the yen is the first one over there, I come over here and I want to be looking through here what the yen crosses has done it. So then, so actually in this one, I can see there are three months. This one is running from that. I know this is this is only can be the sorry, I'm not thinking properly. This is the index, so it is not there. So if I look over here and I want to put the order for this month, so it would be this one. So apart, this is my divider over here. So apart from that, this is the monthly over here. So I got the pound yen. I would have the New Zealand yen. I would have the Australian yen. I would have the Canadian yen, and then Euro yen and US yen. So that would be my order in according to that. So can we see a lot of here in this one? We as I said, every high, every high and low has a breakout day. So we can see this is the breakout, and if I look from there, this is where we are as well. We got a connection of points. So the 1, 2, 3. Now the market is really coming down heavily. Now, if I want to target those, could target from here to there. The market has come 61.80 precisely. That's amazing. Sometimes amazes me that precision of coming back to the 61.80, and actually agree with the golden candle strategy. It's quite interesting over there. So this is what we got with that, and the target for this one would be um, around there. So we got a traveling of 2,300 pips, which is so, and that's the first sort of the first. I don't know whether it's considered that as a pullback, because I was looking actually a beautiful ABC the way up, because they're still closing up, but now this month is telling us that so that's a quite top uh, thing, and this is what I need to pass into my NTF workspace. So then I know the from here I can go and look from there. Okay, so then I look New Zealand yen, same. The yen cross is still strong for quite long time, and the last move will be from here to there, because this is the move. I can get the break, and again 61.80 right in the golden candle. That's a quite interesting thing I have found out myself. But here we got 3 months now, running still according to the target. Still plenty pips to run, 1,000 pips, and as well we might have a quite bounce from there. So if we cross through here, definitely that would be the target to do. This one last month on May, we got that one over here. So market breaks, comes back. So now if I want to looking for the last, that would be my last move. And again, 61.80 running the GC candle comes over here, and that is my target. So quite interesting scenario. 800 pips, and then we got the Canadian yen. So there's another one, and that's a bit easier. Now, if I want to get this one from there to there, again 61.80, but because now we got a new move, so that's what the reason we got a new leg, and that could be come over here. Once that was is using, we bring over here and look 61.80 again. I think we should be listening quite quite close that one, huh? So anyway, so that's still saying here that the market might come down from there, 1,000 pips as well. So the yen crosser should be one of the groups to looking close as the market does this. So this is looking at the monthly over there. Euro yen, same. Where was the highest point? It was over here. We got a retracement. From there, I can continue playing. So the market came to the 50, 61.80, which is the intersection, and the market runs. Then the market continue doing more. So every time we have a new leg and retracement, we just need to continue moving our lines over here. So the market came to the 50 point, 50 level, and from here is nearly 3 months. So here is still telling me that we still have some some run, 800 pips. So that would be nice if in all these crosses we manage to enter, save our entry, and maybe leave it there. Listen, and see what could happen after that. US yen is quite interesting. I've been looking bit there. I always looking from the beginning when everything start. I like to draw the trend line so I can have an idea. This is definitely the line, um, and then just come over there, come over here, and this is where this things is being doing. So there we are. So I always like to move around, so give me a feel of what is happening over there. So here we say this is the last move. This is the leg that we're looking. The market did come somewhere over there. If we do there, so it's in the area of the GC strategy. So, so to speak, from there, isn't it? Okay. So, so from there, we see this is where possible. Maybe we'll try to readjust with that one, will make more sense. So 930 pips as well, and that it is. So that's a direction. So that helps us to be. So this is what the monthly is telling us. And if we work, once we pass this to the NTF, then I will do today. Actually, I haven't done it yet because today is just started the month. I might get to that point over there. Then we got the pound. I think the pound is been running quite strong. This one is still a lot of pips to go through it, and this is the pound here. So we would have pound Swiss, which is this one first. Pound pound Swiss, pound US, and euro pound. So that would be that one there. And then red with red would be pound Canadian, pound Australia is here, and pound New Zealand there, and pound yen we already looked before. So on the pound Swiss, there we are. We can see here the market has come to a level of left shoulder, touch, come back down, and this is the first candle. So we've been having up, down, up, and now we got a first candle over there. So the target is quite promising for this one, for the pound Swiss, that this could be there. Actually, I was watching yesterday video guy who only trades the pound Swiss, so 1500 pips there, and that's the first month. So this is when we're looking, to enter into this trades for quite a long time, and that would be the case for the pound US. Already we got 3 months. This is quite clear. That's the golden candle, came between 50, 61, 80, and that's running. So this one as well, I still have some room to move. What happened? That wants to move. Let me see a number. Maybe just okay there. And I should have done this one the other way. I just want to put it up. This one here. I should have do the maximum instead of the minimum. Okay. There we are. So we can see that from here we are over there. We still got 1600 pips to run, and yeah, so everything looks quite bearish from what we see. Euro pound. Now we need to change everything because we got the first month there. Now we don't have targets, we don't have absolutely nothing. So here we got to look on a very completely different way. So, we can't do any fifth targets over there. It's just the first month. So we're putting a line over here. It's kind of support. There, I would prefer to bounce from here and up, but the candle is very, very strong candle over here. So the euro is very, very strong with that one over there. I don't know if anything else you can see on here. So that would be my GC. Market comes possible there. So that could be the scenario, but we got 1 week and that month, and that month is a very good monthly bar. Now, as I say, target is, I guess at the moment would be just to try to enter, and then and from there go over here. Swiss, we only looking really 3 currencies on the Swiss, and after that, I guess pound Canadian. Sorry, I nearly forgot the rest. So we got that. Here we can put our targets. Beautiful, right to where we want it. And that. And we got a beautiful target for this one here. Would be for wonderful, from there. Just to put an E8 and let it work all the way through towards the target. How easy would it be from there? There's the chances of this one to work like this one, is, if that is the monthly there, but and we say from here the market will run towards 1,600 pip, and we look in the middle, so it will be 1,700 maybe, and do some algorithm strategy or some magic E8, because this points really works very, very good. All right, so that's it. We got 1,500 pips, pound Canadian, bigger pardon. It's the first month. It's the third month, but this month really definitely decides what to do. On here, I would not have the same view as I'm looking to go long. The only thing I would have there is the monthly touch. This is beautiful monthly touch, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's the first month as well. So that would be a pure pure resistance from there, and then target will come later, I guess. But whatever is going to happen from there, target, I believe, once we got the first ABC over there, could be towards September, October, then we can see where is this going. And the last one, pound New Zealand. So we were looking the direction it was telling us at that time, but now things has changed, and now the only thing I can see here, we're looking there, that is precision. I reckon that is precision, isn't it? So that's where we are now. All right, so we just can take one at a time, and that's it. And this is where we are. So come over here, put the line over there, makes the 6180 some kind of And if I go deeper into that, and this, some kind of that, isn't it? So no matter where we look in there, it's a nice 6180 again from there. No, 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 no. 2100. 2100. Uh-oh. I think I did wrong. Oh, I didn't put that. 21. Oh, I forgot to put the point. That would be different now. Yeah. So, so there we are. And right in the target over here, maybe close to, when I see something like that, I prefer to take the minimum target because it will make a lot of sense. And this one has a big run, 2500. Who wants this 2500? Anyone interesting? So there we are, 2500 there is the first up. As well, we can, clear, see that we got a repeated resistance level. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So shopping levels are shopping levels, and that's all it matters. Okay, so we see that even with this pound and yen group, if we focus there through the next 3 months there, it is a lot of pips there, isn't it? So yeah, it's very important to do at the beginning of the month this kind of look, without the other time frames. So then when we copy this to the NTF workspace, suddenly, when the opportunity show ups on the weekly or the daily, then we can also just gonna go fishing with Jeff and leave these things running, and we can leave it over there. Okay. Yeah, so pound yen we already done. So next one was the Swiss, we say. And we only have really 3 currencies with the Swiss to play around. And that's the US Swiss, Swiss yen, and pound Swiss. So yeah, the other ones I don't really bother. So pound Swiss, well, we already looked at pound Swiss. So the only thing would be US Swiss, and as well we look at the Swiss yen. So the US Swiss will be the only one to left looking over there. All right, so this one doesn't look that excited. We can see a lot of resistance. I actually was looking for this one. I was looking right over there. If you're looking, right over here, right over there, this is a lot of resistance levels there. So that left shoulder is telling us, screaming us, watching me. Okay, so it has become a brick wall for the. So that's the $1.02. It's interesting why the bouncing since 2015. Wow. And anybody knows why? What is and this bar is, I think, the one that spiked everyone in 2015. Yeah, that was when the Euro Swiss, I think it was, did all the move. So here as well, we got at a level around 91. So it's a range of 1,000 pips. We are in the top of that range, and this would be our target straight away, isn't it? So 1,000 pips. Anyone interested for the 1,000 pips there? And it's the first month. So that's quite a good target anyway. All right, so that will be the only one there. Then we got the New Zealand group. Gold is strong as well. Yeah, I know. So that, yeah, if gold is strong, the US Swiss will collapse from that, isn't it? So 1,000 pips. So we don't have to let it. How much you like now the weight? We're running every week. Precisely when we have to put the entry. Let the robot look for the entry, stop loss, targeting with the Fibonacci tool. And take it whatever it is, week by week, month by month. So I think it's quite easy the way that it's running. So here would be we have New Zealand, US, and Euro New Zealand. The first one, New Zealand, US, and Euro New Zealand would be my first choice. And then I would have New Zealand, Canadian, we don't trade, and Australia, New Zealand, we do trade. So three. So New Zealand there. So this one is already continue, has come down, come over there, beautiful 50%, and the market is continue on his run. So if we're looking from there to there, we may still have 700 pips, 750 to run. This is gonna be, even if we're gonna continue running over there, we're gonna have some sort of consolidation. Every time market hits support and resistance, market tends to have some kind of consolidation, but that's the long-term run. Euro New Zealand, we did have last month in May. We did have that one. Oh, sorry, April, and so May was quite successful. Um, it was just a month. It was a kind of support of looking, towards there. So this one is still plenty. Now that's a nice. I tried to look for that. So if I put in the close of that bar instead of that, I like what, because this market will react in those levels. So if we're looking from where it is to there, it's still 1500 pips around there. So there's no, well, it's just how many pips we have just in the first four groups over here. New Zealand, Australia, New Zealand, as we see, we got 181, 131, so it's pulling everywhere. As I always say, when you open a chat and you don't know the direction, you always need to have an eye to say, this is my last low, this is my last high. So that's mean that there's a swing point, swing point. Every swing point has what? A breakout point. Every swing point has what? A breakout point. Then we're waiting for a bar and a bar over there. That's all we can do, all the time. Every swing high and swing low has what? Has a breakout point. Has a breakout point. And market comes, reacting, we're looking for that bar to trade. The market comes, reacting, we're looking for that bar to trade. So that's how, to the left, always looking for this swing point, because out of those swing points, there is a breakout point, and when the bar is telling us over there, that's how we go. All right, so that's quite cool. So we're looking at Australia, New Zealand is being around this $1.12 sort of kind, from 2013 is working that one. There's a very rangy um, month. We already has left there, so it's coming towards this kind of supports. So, I'm looking over there when the market will do like that, and then this will be the target over here. So keep it simple, huh? So yeah, we don't see much. Now, the lower we go, the more difficult will become, because this is the numbers drops compared to this one. This is where all the energy is there. So if we look in Australia, we would be looking Australian US and Euro Australia more likely. So, and this is the job, is to do once a month. So once we go there, we can go to the copy all these analysis into that into the other workspace. Now here, now that's Australia, the weekly, so that's a different story. So we say here we're looking Australia, US, and Euro Australia. So Australia, US is here, and Euro Australia is over there. And we don't look at Australian Canadian. So here it is. This one is continue running running, running, running. It has no stop, no meant to be a stop. It's continue, as I say, this one is going to be a bit there. Now, when I'm looking where was my last sort of kind of leg, I tried to make sort of, that was a nice run. The market retrace, comes here, bounce from there in is 1, 2, 3, 4 months now. As I say, here we might have some kind of support with the Aussie dollar. According to our Fibonacci tool, we still 700 pips to travel to the 61 cents. And if that is not stopping, the Aussie will continue dragging towards the 1600 pips, which is around the 52 cents, which is hard to believe it. So we'll see anyway. Things will tell us more as the market, but this is definitely that for me. When I see a bar like this with that tail, when you're looking at the bottom, that sometimes it's signal of okay, it's time to turn it around. When you see in the top as well, it's a signal that the wicks has so important function as well. But look, we try what we see, and this is why we are over there. Euro Australia, wow, this is difficult, huh? So this has been quite difficult over here to try to come up with anything over there apart from just drawing there, and that is just very hard to say. Maybe in the small time frame you can find something more, but yeah, that's all we can. It's all over the place. This one over there. And then Canadian will be US Canadian and Euro Canadian. Okay, this is only in the weekly, so we say US Canadian, here it is, and Euro Canadian, which is there. So we change that to the monthly because we want to be looking at the moment the monthly, and there we are. Need to put this on the monthly perspective. And the US Canadian is going steady, steady. And that would be the channel that is moving. That would be the second channel. So, and here we can see the nice support, and the market is going. So we can now targeting where these things is going. So from here can rest and goes up, 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 and we got a target of there. So still 700, 800 pips to run from there, and that's it. Euro Canadian. Wow, this has been very difficult, but we got a positive month this month. The only thing we can say maybe from there, we got a lot of touches, and that one there isn't. So there's a lot of touches over here, and that's the first month, which is normally, we're looking is, and we look in Canadian is weak, Euro is strong. So, and hardly can do any target from there unless I wanted to get the 100% retracement from here to there. If I draw a line from here to there, the market comes nearly to there, bounce back. So from where it is to where actually there's 1,000 pips, not too bad, and agree. I would take that one there. Maybe move to the close of the candles, and that would be quite good. All right, so once a month we do this analysis, and yeah, from here now we just need to pass to that to just go to that the other one, the NTF, and put it all this because once we done, we already got 34 minutes. So here is the Euro US is the only one left, and there we are. So if we look in the break for this one, so that's our break. Market has come down, retrace. There's sort of kind of it there, and Euro US. Wow, that's a grid of 61.8 from there, and the candle has run not very smoothly, but yeah, it's running from there. So it seems means that we still have some 500, 600 pips run from there. Okay, dokie. So let's look now. Say there's a lot of trades left from last week. So pound yen continue running. So we have nothing more to do. Canadian yen continue running towards the target. So even today, I possible try to see if I survive somewhere over here. And normally Monday tends to come back. What a beautiful Friday bar was that one. Euro yen, he going towards the 1,000 pip levels, which is always a good target. Same with the New Zealand yen, go towards the 1,000 pip level, which is always a good target as well. 250 in this case with the pound Swiss, and yeah, we are in all those tries. And this one is about to get the target from the last move, and it's a lot of support. Maybe, yeah, maybe we'll rebel a little bit today. Pound US, it seems like from where we look, the entry possible today, and that's a very positive bar. Wants to come up from there. The weekly is still short. Maybe if we got to stop out, we're looking for a new retracement, and that's all we can do. U.S. Canadian sort of kind of have an entry. The U.S. Canadian is the watch list number 2. We're still closing about even with a wick over there. So it's a very small pip risk that I have over there, like from where I'm on looking to entry to the midline of the over there. It's not really preferred. Is there? This one can be activated tonight instead of today, as the U.S. Canadian prepare Euro Australia. Nothing for today. We're looking for short, so we're looking for the day that comes down. Euro US. We're looking for short, waiting for the day to come down. The Australia, New Zealand. Now we're looking to go long. We got a nice retracement ABC, so just waiting one more day. Maybe we have the trade. New Zealand, US. We're looking to go short or long. It's hard to say really. It looks to me a long scenario over there. New Zealand. US actually here is in the it's positive. I don't know, but it's just right at the bottom of the New Zealand US is right there. So New Zealand is still minus 13. So to look for long is just go against the strength. We can give a miss to that one. Maybe next week we'll be in much better shape. That one there. Swiss yen. We got possible a trade. We last week we couldn't find it there. Weekly is still down. Today the Swiss yen is down, so there we are. That's the stop loss. That's the entry, and now the 50 minutes start looking for a better entry, and we'll see how that happen anyway. Then in the watch list number 2, we got Euro New Zealand. We're looking at a beautiful resistance level over there. On the Euro New Zealand, we got an ABC with a sort of bar, says keep coming down, and it's yeah, so possible this one could work. And that's the entry, that's the stop loss. We put the EA and let the EA do the rest, because after that, whether you come in later or things, the market will do what the market will do. Now, for example, in this one, if let's see, if we do a target, maybe we'll get somewhere over there, and we will have maybe a 200, 300 pips. If I have 300 pips, and here maybe we got 40 pips a stop loss. That's mean that as the market enter and dips, the EA enters and dips. Maybe we got 20, 30 pips a stop loss. towards 300 to 400 pips, we're still looking at least 1 to 2 win ratio reward. So allow me for the EA to work through the day. If we got entry, we got a stop out, we losing one. If we got entry, we got a stop out, we losing two. And but the chances, could be great. And then let that market works his way out. That's what it's been doing, and it seems like it's been working quite nice. And the last one, Australia US. We got a weekly up. This is right at the end. Australia still on a 17 number, US only in the number 2. We got a beautiful daily bar up, index up, and there it is. So that's our entry. Right over here, a stop losses over there, whatever it is, you put it times 2, times 3, and then we're looking our target. I haven't done the target, so tomorrow I will do, because I'm worried much about the entry today, and that's it. Okay, my friends, nothing more I can say to you for today. Have a beautiful day, and let's see what happened for tomorrow. The moment it will be a lot of job of just kind of managing all the trades from last week, and yeah, and then see how we finish. If by Tuesday or Wednesday we finish all the pips that we dragging from last week, imagine how beautiful it would be. That's it. That's the end of the week. Okay, thank you very much. Cheers, and God bless you.